Hi, I'm Zoë Perrin, and I'm a senior on the Samford women's soccer team. I started and was looking at a bunch of big schools, started early with recruitment, actually committed to Mississippi State, and was ready to go there, and they had a coaching change my junior year. And I kind of gave up on wanting to go anywhere. Like, there was a 6-month period. I didn't email coaches, I did nothing. I had actually reached out to here and Furman and one other school and never heard back from Furman. And then the other school that I heard back from went on a visit, enjoyed it, but like didn't feel like the right place for me. And then I was driving through on my way to a regional soccer tournament up here and ran into coach. My dad kind of forced me to go in there and be like, see if he's in there, like, you got to do something. Ran into him and talked to him for probably like 3 to 4 hours on our drive up, and then continued on the way to regionals. They saw me play, and then coach asked me to come to one of the camps, came to a camp, and then he called me at the end of that week and offered me, and I knew it was a place for me. Just kept like praying, God, if there's some place I need to go, like, make it obvious. And as soon as I came here, like, coach even has a tattoo on his wrist that says God is bigger, and I saw it and I knew. So it wasn't a long process for me committing here, but it was definitely one that as soon as I had stepped here, met coach, like, I knew I needed to be here. Immediately after it happened, I was afraid. I was afraid to call coach. I was like, I don't know what he's gonna do. Like, he has all the power. He hadn't signed any papers. He had all the power to do whatever he wanted. And immediately I called him and he said, what can I do for you? How can I take care of you? Is there anybody you need me to contact? At that point, we had already set up where I was having surgery and everything. So there wasn't much on that side of things he could do, but like, hearing that he still wanted me to come here and was willing to help was huge. So coming in, it was rocky to begin. The transition from doing therapy at home to doing therapy or even just being with an athletic trainer here was tough. Luckily, John McBride came in and that changed my recovery drastically. And I'm super thankful for him and the way he helped me finish through that first recovery. And I mean, it was tough not being able to play, but it was also something I knew, like, it was gonna take time. I believe it was the Furman weekend. We had just finished playing, we were at a reserve training, and I go in to like jump over somebody's leg and go for the ball, and I feel a little something off. Told Annie, she tested it, John tested it. Okay, nothing's wrong. Okay, great, but something still didn't feel right. Take a few days off, come back to Wednesday practice, and I literally just turn. Like, nothing else. I'm literally turning and I felt it. And right away I knew. Josie knew, she was right there. And it was devastating. Like, I was like, really, again, like, I just finished this process. I just felt like I was starting to get my feet underneath me, and it happened again. I'd been through it once. I knew, like, the process. I knew I was gonna get through it. I never felt like I had a fair chance at being a college athlete. At being able to play college soccer, something I dreamed of, and I knew I wasn't done here. I knew there was still part of me I needed to show as a player, and so when it had happened, it was, okay, yes, it happened, but you have these great people around you who are gonna push you and help you get back. So there was no second guessing of like, am I done? Like, what am I gonna do? It was, okay, I got through it, I'm getting through it again. Okay, so middle of COVID season, so this is during the spring, I kind of felt some discomfort, noticed a little bump, nothing major. I was like, who knows what it could be? At first, we thought it might have just been a little cyst or like something that was aggravated, like a fat pad, and it started to get bigger and bigger, and to the point where like you could physically just grab it. Went in for an MRI, like, yeah, your screw's backing out. And went and saw my doctor. He was kind of like, I'm not worried about it now, but after season, if that's something you want to consider, like, consider taking it out. FCA has taken me to places I didn't know I could go, and like a growth that I didn't know I needed. So to begin my freshman year, I wasn't super involved. Sophomore year, I was there, I was present, but I didn't really know the place it held. And then junior year, I had friends who were pulling me in. I had friends who were leaders, and I saw them as people that like I strive to be like. And so when that had happened, I knew that come senior year, like I wanted a bigger part in it. So I think it really taught me of how to use like my sport as a platform, but also how to recognize that like playing my sport is also me glorifying God. And I've told people like multiple times this week, like everything that has happened is not just me. Like, yes, I put in the work, but I would not be here if it wasn't for God. Like, it's me and him working together. And so it really taught me that like, yes, I need to work hard, but also like I need this other piece of God. Like I need the two to come together. I think it's the people around me. I love my teammates. I have for like so long, like it's always been them. It's always been not me, but them. Like even after scoring, like people would come up and tell me like, hey, like congrats, you did awesome. Like I wouldn't have been there if they hadn't worked hard for the 88 minutes they did. I wouldn't be there if they weren't keeping the ball at the back of the net. So it's like, yeah, it helps that like you're in this awesome environment of Samford, but just the people on the team and what they provide for me. And like I also just think they've had an impact on me. I want to be an athletic trainer. There's kind of a wrestle between if I wanted to be a physical therapist or an athletic trainer, but the relationships of an athletic trainer are greater than anything else. You're constantly with an athlete. You can have an impact on them. I've had so many athletic trainers make an impact on my life that I want to be that for others.
Yount, who just stumbled on the ball, allowed a couple of defenders to get in place, but Zoë Perrin with the chance to win it and off the far post and in. Zoë Perrin finds the late goal, and the Samford Bulldogs are in front with 1:42 remaining on the clock. That might have booked them a spot in the finals.
I mean, I don't even remember her getting the ball, if I'm being honest. I don't remember how she got it. But I remember being wide, and there was just tons of space in front of me. Like, I saw their back line. I know she had tripped over the ball, and I was like, okay, I just need to stay on side. I just need to stay on side. So I'm like staying on side. Is she gonna play it to me? Like I'm wide open, like please play it to me kind of thing. And she plays it, and I take a touch, and I'm still like wide open. And then I just remember looking up, and the keeper had given me, like people said it's weird angle, but the keeper had really given me like a good portion of the goal. I just knew like I wasn't hitting at her, and I'd taken that shot before, like in practice and stuff. So I was just where I needed to place it, and then it hit the post, and it scared me. I was like, oh no, I really just hit the post, and then it went in, and shock. Like, it was a wow, did that just happen? And then like, yeah, it did, so. Keep going. Keep going. I mean, there were times where I didn't think I could. There were times, I mean, even just this past summer, where I was questioning if I could keep going. And I texted old teammates, and I was like, why? Like, why do I do it? I texted other athletes, like, why? And it was always, keep going, it's gonna be worth it. And it has been. It's been so worth it.